Ever been in an interview sailing smoothly and then hit the iceberg of, what's your expected salary? If you have ever felt cornered by this question, today's the day that changes. This is Bob, Harvard University PhD and experienced data science executive. I'm about to share a powerful negotiation tactic. Stick around to the end for a strategy that will make sure you're never on the back foot when that salary question comes up. In any negotiation, the person with the most information usually wins. Let's face it, companies have that edge. They know their budget, market rates, and the value they place on the role. This is called data asymmetry, and it puts you at a disadvantage. Ever felt like the deck was stacked against you? Let's even the odds. So how do you flip the table in your favor? Knowledge is your weapon, but don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging. The ultimate strategy is coming up. If this is already opening your eyes, share the video. Trust me, your job hunting network will thank you. Let's dive deeper into the BATNA-Informed Pivot strategy and really unpack it. Remember, BATNA stands for Best Alternative to a Negotiated Agreement. Think of it as your negotiation safety net. Now, how do we use this concept to deflect the salary question? Let's set the stage with an example. Imagine the recruiter asks, what's your salary expectation for this role? Step 1 is to acknowledge. Instead of giving a number, you acknowledge with, I'm glad you brought that up. It is important for both of us. Step 2 is to pivot. That's where the pivot happens. Respond with, can you share the budget range you have in mind for this role based on its value to the organization? Once you have executed the BATNA-Informed Pivot, the recruiter will likely react in one of three ways. Each scenario demands a specific follow-up strategy. Let's break them down. Scenario 1, they share the range. If they share the salary range, that's your cue to validate and explore. For example, if they say the range for this role is between 100K and 120K, you can respond, that's a reasonable range considering the responsibilities and impact of the role. I'm glad we are aligned on that. This response keeps you in the game without locking you into the lower end of their range. Your aim here is to proceed to the next rounds with this newfound data, preparing to negotiate within or even above this range based on your skills and experience. Scenario 2, they push back. Let's say they counter with, we prefer to know your expectations first. Your move here is to stay firm but open. For instance, understanding the role's complexities and the value I bring, I would like to hear the company's budget for this position to ensure we are in the same ballpark. This approach doubles down on your pivot, compelling them to review their range without making you appear obstinate or inflexible. Scenario 3, they dodge completely. If they completely dodge the question, turn the spotlight back onto them. A useful line here could be, I would like to focus on the value I will add to this role and how I align with the team and the organization. Could we revisit salary expectations once we have established that fit? By refocusing the conversation on your qualifications and the value you would bring, you defer the salary discussion while also reinforcing why you are worth a competitive offer. To sum up, each of these scenarios required a tailored approach, but the goal remains the same. Let them show their cards first, so you have the upper hand in the negotiation. Hit pause if you need to. Go back. Take notes. This is crucial stuff, and if you nail it, your negotiating position becomes rock solid. And if this strategy is resonating with you, don't forget to smash that like button. In summary, the key to handling the expected salary question isn't to play into the recruiter's hands by giving away your number first. Instead, arm yourself with a BATNA-informed pivot strategy to regain control of the conversation. Acknowledge the question, make your pivot, and adapt your tactics based on their response. By following this approach, you're not just answering a question, you are setting the stage for a more equitable and informed negotiation process. If you found these strategies valuable, don't just keep it to yourself. Share this video because the power of negotiation is knowledge that should be in everyone's toolkit. Interested in diving deeper? Subscribe to this channel, where we're always elevating your interview game, one powerful tip at a time. See you next week.